Welcome to Ecology. I really think you're going to love this unit because it is so interesting. So what is ecology? Ecology is the study of interactions between living things and between living things and their non-living environment. So what do ecologists really study? Take a look at this video. It was created by scientists who spent days and days hiding out in jungle bushes being eaten alive by mosquitoes just to bring you this video. In the beginning, you can see a male bird of paradise, and it looks pretty normal, but completely transforms when the female of its species arrives. So wait for it. Whoa, look at that male go. Wow, he looks completely different. This is the type of interaction that an ecologist would study. And today we're going to look at some of the terminology that ecologists use. So first of all, the first terms that we want to look at are habitat and niche. Habitat is what an organism calls home. It's where an organism lives, and it includes living and non-living things in its environment. A niche is the unique position that a species occupies. You want to think of it as the role that a species plays. So how it uses its habitat, how it affects other organisms in its community. And an example is given for you below with the beaver. The beaver has a very unique niche. It cuts trees to build dams. The dams change river flow and allow fish to proliferate. And the fish attract fish-eating birds. And the fish-eating birds lay eggs, which attract foxes. So the beaver has this niche where it completely transforms the river and it allows other organisms to live there that wouldn't otherwise be able to do so. One day you're going to leave high school and you're going to decide what you want to do with your life. For example, you might realize that you're very compassionate and you love medicine and your niche will be to become a doctor. Or you might have a great eye for design and love fashion and your niche might be to become a fashion designer. You want to think of a niche as a unique role. It's where an organism fits in. Biotic and abiotic factors. In a habitat, there are living and non-living things that define that habitat. And remember, bio means life. So biotic factors are all the living things in an organism's environment. Plants, bacteria, parasites, all of those things are biotic factors. Abiotic, A means not, bio still means life. So abiotic factors are non-living things in the environment. Over here you can see a really beautiful fox. And the fox itself would be a biotic factor, and the snow that's falling around the fox would be an abiotic factor. Here are some more biotic factors, all different living things, bacteria, insects, animals, trees, flowers, these are all biotic factors. Here are more abiotic factors. They are all non-living, like rocks, for example, fresh water, ocean water, sunlight, lightning, any types of gases, oxygen, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrogen. These would all be examples of abiotic factors. So we want to tie today's lesson into what you've been doing so far, which was biochemistry and a review of chemistry. So when we want to talk about living things, we start really simple and small. So we start with the atom. And we know atoms come together to form molecules, and those molecules can form really big molecules known as macromolecules like nucleic acids and proteins and carbohydrates and lipids. And those come together to form things known as organelles, which we'll take a look at later. And the organelles come together to make cells, and cells come together to make organs, and organs come together to make organ systems, and all the organ systems work together to create a whole organism like you or like this cute baby. Ecologists begin their study with the organism, and they go more complex. So they start with the organisms, which come together to form a population, which come together to form a community, and the community together with the non-living environment would be the ecosystem, and the ecosystems come together to form the biosphere. And we'll take a look at each of these one at a time. So an organism is a single living thing, for example, a deer. A population would be a group of deer. It's a group of individuals of the same species that can interbreed and share a gene pool. An interesting thing to note, and then something that we will come back to, evolution occurs at the population level. Individual organisms cannot evolve. Populations come together to form a community. So you have your deer population, and it's going to be joined by a wolf population, fungi population, decomposers like bacteria, ticks, grasses, and all of these living things will interact with each other and form a living community. The community, so all of those living things from the previous slide, come together with non-living abiotic factors like sunlight, different types of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, rainwater, soil, wind, and together those abiotic and biotic factors make up an ecosystem. All of the ecosystems together form the biosphere. The biosphere is the part of the earth in which all life exists. It includes land, water, and air. So I hope that was a useful introduction to ecology. Thank you for watching.